Hello everyone, my name is Abdul Aziz Ahwan from Indonesia and welcome back to my YouTube channel. So in this video, we are going to learn together how do we create a landing page using Framer. So our landing page will look like this. So let's get started. Alright, so first thing first, I want to say thank you to all of you who have supported me to this channel, and now you can also support me by click super thanks from this video. And also, you can join a membership to get exclusive content from my YouTube channel. Alright, so as I said before, in this video, we are going to create a landing page using Framer. So, what Framer is? For those who don't know what Framer is kind of like site builder, no code builder. So as you can see here, success starts with a site. And as you can see here, Framer, it's kind of like a design software. Maybe you are familiar. It's kind of like a Figma software, look like this, where on the left side we can see like a layering, and on the right side we can see like a property such as font size, width, height, and so on and so on. And here what we can do with this Framer. Alright, so in this video we are going to convert this Figma landing page to Framer. And this design I got from Anima, so as you can see here. And the design file is this, as you can see, SaaS landing page. Alright, so previously this landing page have been converted to a website using Anima app. So, but in this video, I'll try to convert this using a Framer. So, this is like a desktop size, and this is a mobile size. Alright, so first thing first, you have to create an account on Framer. And you can see here on the pricing. As you can see here, Framer is 100% free. And we can have many projects here, unlimited project. But we have limitations such as Framer banner, and so on and so on. And Framer pricing based on site or theme pricing. So as you can see here, mini, it's just $5. We will have this, and it will remove Framer banner. As we can see here, with $30 per month per site, we will have 10 CMS collection, 300 page search limit, and also 200,000 visitor per month. I think this price is competitive, so you can try this by free, or if you want to upgrade your site, you can choose from mini to pro. So you can try to sign up on Framer using link in the description below. And once you have signed up, let's go to the dashboard by pressing this launch. And as we can see here, this is my previous project that I have created. As we can see here, and on the left side we can see like our theme. We can create theme, maybe a test and then dev, and maybe development, or if we have a real team, maybe our studio, we can create a team here. But right now in Framer don't have a delete button, so when we right click on the project, we only see archive button, but we don't see like delete. All right, and here on the top we will see like start with AI. It means we can create a website by inputting prompt. It's kind of like a ChatGPT, so we can describe what website we want to create, and Framer will creating for us a website using AI. And also we can create a website using HTML to Framer here. So we can use a plugin here like this, Framer, and we can copy a component and then paste on Framer. And also, the good news, we can also paste from Figma, as we can see here, import our design. And this is, if we got a stuck, we can watch a tutorial from Framer official YouTube channel. Alright, to create a new project, we can simply press this new, and once you have created a project, you can just give your project name. So I will using this. Alright, and let's open this project. For the very first, when we create a project on Framer, we will see like a blank page here, and the default breakpoint on Framer is desktop. So you can create another breakpoint, so you can make another breakpoint as a primary as you want, but the default Framer making desktop as a primary breakpoint. And the width, it's around 1200 here, not too width. And here we have three buttons like a page, and then layer, assets, and so on. And page, it means it's all page we have. So if we have more page, but the default we just have one page here, which is home. If we want to make a one page landing page, so we will see just one page here, which is home. And below that we have CMS. It means if we want to make a dynamic data such as a blogging, and also maybe a product, or maybe a portfolio category, and so on, you can create a CMS here. And here canvas, if you want to draw something, you can using canvas this. And let's go to layer. We have layer here. It's kind of like layering on a design software. The top will be visible. And this is assets. We can create like a component, and then styling, color, and also we can override code here. So if we want to make a custom code, we can make a code here. And the default framework is kind of like a React code. So if you are familiar with React, so you can create a custom component using code here. And here we have insert button like page, section, and so on, and layout, and then text, CMS, and action, and other. Alright, let's back to our Figma. And this is what we want to create. So here we have such as hero or header. Let's go to this header, and the good news, as I said before, Framer have a plugin on Figma, so we can copy from Figma to Framer. So I think this, all right. Okay, so here to get the Framer plugin, we can go to plugin and then manage plugin, and we can search Figma to Framer, and we can see this plugin by Framer use more than 100,000 more. So this, and to run or to copy the what we say from Figma to Framer, we can simply right click and then plug in and run the Figma to HTML with Framer. So before that, we need to change the color. So we can copy this and then paste here. So we go to style and then fill and paste here. Alright, so this is our blank wrapper or blank website. We don't see anything here. And next, let's go to this header and then this group. Alright, and we can right click and then go to plugin Figma to HTML with Framer. And as we can see here, we can just press copy to clipboard, and let's go to this, and then we can simply press Command V on Mac or Control V on Windows. And then as we can see here, we have paste from Figma to Framer. And here, if we see in Framer, almost everything is frame. So I guess why the platform name it as Framer. So because I think everything on website think as frame. Alright, so as we can see here, we have group, and inside that group we see like a title, subtitle, and then this button, and so on and so on. So let's group this title, subtitle, and then CTA, and then right click and make it as a frame. Alright, and we can rename it to make it readable. So let's say title or something header. So the next, this is image, and here we see background, and let's frame this, add to frame, and then image. Alright, so we have two frame inside this group. And the next step, as we can see here on the right, we see like layout, and we can just press this plus button, and the default it make it as stack horizontally, and we can distribute maybe space between, and so on and so on. Alright, and then on the top right we see play button here, preview, and then just press that button. Sometime for the very first it takes a time, so usually I need to reload this framer. Alright, so as you can see here, SaaS landing page, blah blah blah, we have image on header and text. So here, if we change the weight, it's still not responsive. All right. So let's go to this and maybe rename this group as header section. So you can name it as you want, but to make it readable and to be easy to understand, we can give name look like this. All right. The next, let's copy this logo and so on and so on. But before that, as you can see here, we don't see like a space or margin. And in Framer, we only have option like a padding here. So to manipulate or to give distance or spacing, we can simply using frame by pressing this layout and then this frame, and then we can draw a frame here and then set the height maybe 100 and width to be fill. Alright, it will be our space, our margin, or everything you name it. Alright, so to make it invisible, we can simply remove fill and it will have a blank space or distance for every component or section. Alright, this is header, and let's experiment with the width and height. Alright, here we have width, height, and also minimum or maximum width or height. Alright, so here let's add maximum width and set it to be fixed 1200 to be maximum width, and then make a width to be fit and height to be fit to content. So we make it as auto, so it will based on the available space. Alright, so when we preview again, nothing's different. So we can add a little space here using gap. Look like this. So I think it's around maybe 30. Alright, so the next, let's copy this logo. So here we have logo, line, and line. So let's copy this logo and then plug in Figma to HTML with Framer, copy, and then back to Framer, paste here. Alright, so we have this logo, and once we preview, alright, it's similar with the Figma file. So we need to rename it, maybe rename to logo section. Alright, and let's go to the parent and then set it to be what we say, maybe fill and fit to content. I'm sorry, so we make it as a fixed. I think it's around 170. So it will based on the it will be fill of the available space. Alright, next let's work with this image, and here we have product image, and let's go to the inside. We can copy background and screenshot. Alright, and then right click and copy and back to Framer, paste here. Alright. So as we can see, our image invisible, so you can go to desktop and then make the height to be fit to content, look like this. Alright, so as we can see here, we have background and screenshot. So here, let's go to screenshot, and here we can add fill, and we can copy color from the background, and we can add the radius to be 20, and we remove the previous background. Alright, now it's similar with this Figma file, and we can rename it, maybe what we say here, it's kind of like product image, so we can rename it to product image section. Alright, we can duplicate and rename it to be space, and duplicate using Command D, and then move to the between logo and product image section. When we go to product image, as we can see here, we see like width, set it to fixed, and height set it to 500. So here, let's experiment. If we set it to be fill, it will fill all the available area. It means when we have screen, let's say 1600, it will also fill that available area. And if we want to undo, we can just simply Command Z. Alright. So here we have fixed, relative, fill, and fit content. So let's using maybe 83%. Alright. Look like this, and let's go to the inside, which is image, and we can set the image to be 83%, and I'm sorry, it's, I think, let's say 100%, and we can, alright, we can, or what we say here, let's say 500. Alright, look like this. Okay, so we set the parent, it means our frame, to be maximum. It's around 83%, and the height to be fixed. Alright, let's back to Figma again, and we need to copy in this feature card. So we can copy using right click, plug in Figma to HTML with Framer, and then copy, and let's back to Framer again, Command V, and now we have feature center. And let's duplicate space and then place between product image and features. And here we need to move this feature to be outside and delete this previous frame. Alright, here we have feature, and inside these features we have features 1, 2, and 3. And here we can set width to be fit to content, and also height to be fit to content, and maximum width to be fixed 1200. Alright, and we can set the gap here if we want to increase the gap or decrease the gap. Alright, so let's preview this. Alright, as we can see, we have a features cut like this, customizable cut, no payment fee, all in one place. Alright, so we have add these features and we can rename it as feature section. And let's back to Figma again, and we can copy this kind of like user feedback, and let's go to the group, and here we have user feedback. So let's alright, so here we have ellipse, image, and so on. So let's go to the group and then right click plug in and then copy to clipboard, and let's back to framer again and paste again and duplicate space, place here. Alright, but we have like an error here. So here we have user feedback, but we have a little bit error here. So what we need to do, let's go to mouse and then let's fix this problem. Alright, and let's change the radius, maybe 999, but this doesn't work, so let's go to ellipse and set the radius. Alright, okay, it's worked. So we can just need to set the radius to be 999 to make it perfect circle. Alright, so here we have text and so on and so on. So we need to make it this as frame, and let's rename this to be user feedback element maybe, and we can remove this and go to this group and fill, and let's check the color, copy the hex code and paste here and change the radius to be, so let's check the background to be 20. Alright, so look like this. Alright, and duplicate space again, paste on the bottom. I'm sorry, paste here. Okay, so let's go to this and rename to be feedback section, and let's say here to be maximum width to be 1200, and for the width let's say make it what we say, let's say 83%. Look like this. How about fit? No. Alright, so look like this. I think it's better. And we can add space on the top. Look like this. And next, we can work with this group and then right click, copy, and then copy to clipboard, and paste on Framer. Duplicate space again. Alright. So let's go to this group, and inside that group, let's group this, and then right click, make it as a frame, and let's say rename this to be CTA title maybe, and this is just image. Alright, and make it as a frame, CTA image. Alright, and let's go to this group. What the name is, so let's say rename to be CTA Section, and let's go to this width and maximum width to be fixed 1200, and this to be auto, and height to be auto. Alright, when we preview, now we have something like this. And next, let's change this image to be GIF. I mean to be like something running, so it's kind of like animation. So we can go to this fill and then go to this, and we can choose image, and let's press this, and now we can delete the inside, and now it's work properly, and we can add the radius to be 20. Look like this. And also let's do this on the image, and then fill, choose the image, select the image, and now it's a GIF image, and delete the inside. Look like this, and set the radius to be 20. Alright, now our image something it's kind of like animation. Alright, look like this. So the next, we can try to add something like this, navigation. So I think inside a Framer we have navigation. Yeah, we have this. So we can make it as look like this, sign up and log in. So I think this is should. Alright, and now we have nav, and by default if we add nav bar or navigation or something you name it, Framer will creating like a component here, which is this nav bar. So when we double click on the nav bar, we will go to something like component, it means when on desktop, tablet, and mobile. So we can edit here. So we can edit on the parent, on the primary, which is desktop, and the child will be follow the primary. So let's say delete this about, and now on the tablet, on the phone, it's also delete. So let's go to this desktop, and let's edit this to be sign up, maybe what we say here, sign up. And the second one is log in. All right. And this change to this color, what we say here. And also set the text color. How about this? It's regular, so we can go to this text and then set it to be regular, and then set it to pop in. Set the color, look like this. All right, and let's add something like a distance inside that. So here we have something like not a gap, so maybe it's as a padding, so we can set the right to be what we say here, maybe 50 and 50. And we can also set the radius as we want. So here radius to be 15, look like this, and set this to be pop in and also regular. All right, and we can change the color to be something similar with this 333, and let's back to home. I'm sorry, we need to save. I'm sorry, we haven't yet saved, so it revert to the default. So we can try again and delete about, set it to sign up, change to pop in, regular, and this to be pop in, regular again. Set the color to be this, and then set padding to be 50 on the right and 50 on the left. And we change the color, I'm sorry, this to be this, and the text to be I think 233, 222. Let's check the text, 333. All right, and set radius to be 15, and we need to press Command S to save, and let's change the color to be what we have here, I think this color, and paste on the fill here. Alright, now we have a little mistake here, so we need to change this to I think this one to be logged in. And change the logo to be wallet, and change to be pop-in, and then semi-pop. Alright, and now we have a navbar here, and when we preview, now we have navbar here with sign up and login button. And next, we can make it as maybe fixed. And now when we scroll, it's always visible. Look like this. Alright. And we can add a link or href. If we click this, we go to something else. We can set it later. Alright, and let's try to copy this footer and right click here and then Figma to HTML, copy to clipboard, and then paste here. Alright, now footer work, but we need to set this to be maybe fill and this to be fixed. And what we have here, inside this, what we say, we have line, and this is like, rename it to be what we say, maybe privacy section, and this will be newsletter section. And this to be on top, top here. And let's convert this to be look like this. Alright, I'm sorry. So here we have line, so let's group this as a stack. Alright, so let's see, this is on the phone. Alright, so email this and let's check this email. Alright, make it center. So this is as a frame. And now I think we can make it as as a stack by pressing this layout, and then stack look like this, and we can add a gap. All right, maybe 36. And let's go to the email, and let's modify this to be maybe a little bit smaller. So maybe it fit to content, maybe. No. So here secondary, we have email. All right, so we can make it as a stack again, and this will be a stack look like this, align left. And now inside that column we can distribute space between, I think, and let's give padding on the left 30 and 30. When we preview, all right, I think it's much better, and we need to fix on the tablet and phone. All right, so now we finish on the desktop. Next, move to the tablet and mobile. So to make a breakpoint on tablet and mobile, we can simply press this plus button and then select tablet, look like this, and Framer will creating for us look like this. So we can modify a little bit, such as let's go to this header, and we can change the direction to be from top to bottom, and now it will automatically something what we say it's will be on the align automatically look like this. And let's go to header title and this image, and let's make the title to be a center, and also this align center. And how about this CTA, make it center. All right, now let's preview. We can work it slowly, look like this. All right, and here let's go to the logo and go to the logo and set it to be what we say, how about 100%, and or I think 90%. And here let's go to product image, and what we say, let's set it to be 100. And now we can back to the parent and set the height to be, it's around 400. All right, and let's preview. So this is on tablet. All right, And I think we can go to this image, and we can modify the width and height. But we can try it later, so we can move to the feature section and we can change direction to be vertical. All right, it's simple. And let's go to feedback section, and we can set the width to be maybe it around 600 and height to be fit content. I'm sorry, it's 600 and blah blah blah. All right, and the parent. All right, so let's preview. All right, I think this is awesome. So let's go to the CTA and change direction, and maybe make text to be center. Also this, and also this CTA button. I'm sorry, primary CTA. All right. So when we make a change on the child, it means on the tablet or on the mobile, it will affect, it would not affect the primary, it means the desktop. So let's say we can add dot here on the primary, would not affect. All right, look like this. And we can add a little gap here, maybe what we say it's maybe 32 or 40. Okay, and this on CTA. All right, so let's back to this image. So what we have here, and let's test again. All right, so I think we set the height to be around 360 and the width maximum to be 83%. And I think this is good. So here, all right. So yeah, this is on the tablet, but we have a little bit to be fixed here on this footer. So let's press this footer. So I think we can rename it to be footer section, not footer blah blah blah. And let's go to footer. What we have here, we have width fill and height blah blah blah. So here we need to go to this. How about making footer to be vertical? Let's experiment. And this to be fit to content. This is to be fit to content. And this is not center but left, and this is center. And we can add a little gap here. Maybe 40. And what we have here, inside this, we can add padding bottom, maybe 50. Alright. How about on this primary? Maybe we can add a little padding on the bottom. It means we can remove on this row to be 0. Alright. And let's go to this email distributes, maybe and this will be not center, maybe start. The gap is maybe 30 or not 30. It set it to be fit. I'm sorry. Set it to be fit for the width. Fit. And what we have here, this will be fit. It will be fit. All right. All right. This is on desktop, and this is the tablet. Tablet, it's around this. All right. Awesome. So let's move to the mobile version. So here, let's press plus button here and then pawn. And now we can work on mobile. So let's go to this header. The direction, it's okay. What we have here, direction is vertical. Width, set it to auto. Maximum width to be, what we say here, maybe 110. And let's go to header, and what we say here, set it to be maybe fill, and this is fit content. And we have a little error here, so we can move the title to be top and subtitle and so on and so on. And we can change the width here, so size to be 48 maybe. Here, and set the line to be 54 and the height to be fit to content. How about 90%? Look like this. sorry. How about set the header to be 9% and header title and this title to be fill, this to be fill, and primary CTA fix. So here we can add gap maybe 30. All right. And how about 36 maybe, or 42, look like this. And let's go to image and set it to be fill. I'm sorry, before that we need to make this unlock aspect ratio. All right, so when we preview, I think it's good. So we add something like margin left and margin right. It's around 10%. Why we set this width to be, it's around 90%. So here we have logo. I think this is good, and logo. All right, so this is good. Nothing need to be fixed. And here we have image, and let's set the height to be maybe what we say 280. I'm sorry, let's lock this. Set it to be 280. It's still big. Let's undo. What we say, undo again. All right, so here so let's go to the bottom first. Maybe let's set this with 90%, not the text. So here user feedback, set it to 90% and it will be fit. No. And let's go to feedback this and set it to 90% and height to be fit to content. And how about the text? This will be how about 100%, and this will be fit. And let's go to the parent fit. I'm sorry, this fit, we have a little bit error here, so let's make this a little bit. CTA set to be 90%. CTA image, set it to be 90% again. And this, what we say here, CTA title, set it to be fill, and this fit content. And now we can move the title as we want. Change the size, maybe it's around 42, 54 as the header. Alright, and now we can set it to be fill. Alright, not 90%. And let's go to footer. Now we can set it to be fill and fit, and we can go to row. What we can see here, inside this privacy, wallet logo, we can go to this frame, and that frame will have this. Now change direction to be vertical. Alright, and let's back to row again, and let's check the email. Email, set it to auto. It's okay. And column, set it to be vertical, and look like this. Right, but we have a little bit error here. Fit to content. Alright, we have a little bit error on this. I think it's because we still have a fixed size. So here, let's go to this and set it to be fill and fit to content. So let's check the Figma on mobile version. So we can move the privacy to be the bottom of email. Look like this. And we can make this a secondary. The width to be fill, and it also fill, and we can set row to be fill. And I think we can set footer to be 90%, and row set it to be fill, and inside that we can set width to be fill. Look like this. And how about setting this to be fill? Alright, I think this is should. Email, it's okay, but we have error here. Okay, so set it to be privacy section. Alright. And set it to be fit to content, and this to be fill. So we need to fix a little bit wallet logo. So here wallet logo in the top of email. So here and inside this privacy we move the wallet copyright to be bottom, and maybe yeah, look like this. Let's check the footer again. Fill. Why we set this field to make it fulfill the available space, and row set it to be fill again. Look like this. Okay. So here we can maybe remove the padding right and left, and we can set the width on the parent to be 90%. Okay, it's good. Let's back to desktop. Okay, here we have a little bit error on a desktop version, especially on this. Okay, look like this. So we can okay, look like this. So we have wallet logo and frame. How about making this to be look like this? Align left, distribute space between. I think it's good. So now let's try to fix this user feedback. But I think the first step we can go to the parent, and here we have text and then user avatar, name, and so on. So here let's make it this as tag and change to be vertical. I'm sorry. Before that, let's make this to be frame and change the name to be start, and then make it to be stack, and now distribution set it to start, align left, height to be fit content, look like this, And now we have name and star. And let's stack again these two components. And let's check it will be center. Look like this. And this distribute maybe space between, look like this. And this we have text, and this is avatar and name. So now let's make this as stack, distribute maybe space between, align left, look like this. And now let's check on this tablet, and let's check on this phone, and check the height, and check the parent. Okay, and maybe fit content. Now it's visible, but we need to add a padding top, maybe 50 or 40, bottom to be 40, and we can set the size to be 22, and we can add a little bit gap here, maybe 30, look like this. Alright, and next let's jump to this image. What happened on this image? So we set the height, maybe it's 360, and we can set the image maybe, I'm sorry, make it a little bit smaller. Alright, maybe 200, and this will be around 90%, and it will be maybe 300 or just 240. So let's try to preview. We have a little bit error here, the image. How about try this log aspect ratio? But if we have image here, it will overflow. So try to also make this to be log aspect ratio. It means we can set it to be 200 and I'm sorry, before that we unlock and set it to be 220 or 200. Lock aspect ratio. Now it will keep the aspect ratio. Alright, now we have a little bit error on desktop. This image, unlock and set it to be maybe 100, maybe 90%, and then lock and set this to be lock aspect ratio again. Okay, it's good. So this is on tablet. This is on phone. Okay, it's good. How about try this to be 90. Okay, now it's better. Okay, and next, how about this logo? We haven't yet fixed this, so let's try to move this wallet logo so if we move to this here, I'm sorry, here, but here on tablet it's follow. So I think let's go to the desktop first, and I think we can rearrange how we place this logo. Let's check the design. Or what we say here, we can simply make a new text here, place it here, set it to be what we say here 24, and set it to semi-bold, and we can hide this. wallet logo. Look like this. So we can simply make a new element and hide the previous. And next, to make our landing page to be more attractive, so we can add an animation. Simply select the element we want to animate, and then on the right side we see effect, and then press appear. Let's say we want to make appear animation, and preset, let's say slide in bottom, and we set the spring to be 230 and delay 0.5. Let's do next on image, slide in bottom, 200, delay 0.5. Let's preview. As we can see here, now we see. All right, an animation. Next, animate this logo. Press effect, appear, and we set it to be layer in. Set it to be slide in bottom, but here trigger to be layer in view. Replay no. Enter to be 200 and spring to be 230 and delay 0.5. Let's try this, and let's scroll. Now we see in the image. Next, let's do on product image. Set it to be layer in view, replay no, slide in bottom, 230, delay 0.5. And next on this feature card, effect on appear, layer in view, replay no, 200, delay 0.5, and the second cut to be same, but we make it more delay to be 1 second, and the last cut to be 1.5. Now let's preview this. Scroll. Alright. Okay. Now let's do for this feedback. Appear, layer in view, replay no, slide in bottom, 200, 0.5. And next for feedback, this CTA title and image, effect, appear, layer in view, slide in bottom, 0.5, and also this 0.5. Alright, let's preview. Alright, cool. Next, how we publish our website. So here on the right side we see publish button, and we have setting button here, and we can make a title by go to this general, and let's say SaaS landing page, blah blah blah. So let's say SaaS framer landing page, Maybe set the language to be English, or we can set it to be global English, and we can set the setting like 5 icons, social image, and so on and so on. We can add script here. Domain, I'm sorry, we have to save here. Let's go to domain, and the default domain will be this because we are free plan. So if we want to make a custom domain, we have to upgrade it to be look like this, at least mini version. And to publish, we can set the publish here, or we can change the domain here by add custom domain, but the domain will be .framer.website. So let's say SaaS, what we say, so let's say SaaS LP, and then press check mark. And now when we press this, so we can publish and update. And now let's go to this URL, and now it will go to our website. Awesome. All right. So yeah, that's all. How do we convert or create landing page from Figma to Framer? And I think this is powerful, so we don't need to have coding skill. So we can say this is no code site builder, that we can see it's kind of like design software. So we can track it and so on and so on. So you can try this Framer through link in the description below. And if you have any questions or comment, write it down on the comment field. Thank you so much, and see you again on the next video.